What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kerry and today I'll be doing this purple smoky cut crease look. If you'd like to see how I achieved it, keep on watching. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to prime my lid with concealer. I'm going to use a matte lipstick as my base. Now, we all know sometimes we're on a budget, right? I know that I can't spend a bag of money on, every palette that comes out. So sometimes you might get a palette from the drugstore, what we would out here call pharmacy, or a wholesale, which would be similar to, for example, a dollar store kind of thing. I will be using for this look this Sante palette. Yeah, this palette I paid like $400 for it, and I'm going to be using this lipstick that I also got in a wholesale and I paid like $200 and something for it. I'm going to use the lipstick as a base so that the colors will cling to it. The stick ones, mattes, usually work really well as bases for it. What you can do is just get the color that's similar to whatever eye look that you're going to create to use as a base. So I'm just going to apply this to my lid as close to my crease as possible because I have hooded eyes, so I can't really apply it like directly in my crease. I have to apply it a little bit above, like right here. Just continue blending up until you don't really see a defined line anymore. All right, so I went ahead and I did one eye off camera, and now I'm going to show you how I got this over on this side. Make sure that your base is blended out, because if it's not blended out, then the eyeshadow that you place on top of it is going to be splotchy. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and I'm going to pack on this cranberry shade from the Sante Beauty Hit List palette. I'm going to pack it onto my lid, and I'm going to pack it on before I blend it out. That way I get maximum color payoff. Next, I'm going to go in with the black from the palette and just deepen up the outer area of the eye and then take it in a little bit. For all of this blending, I'm using a tapping motion instead of a sweeping motion or a circular motion, because I want the colors to stay pigmented. And for me, like when I'm trying to do something as vibrant as this, when I pack it on and then do that to blend it out instead of doing that, I get a better color payoff and I can control the colors better. I'm putting the black this high because I have hooded eyes, so everything down here tends to be hidden. All right, so time now to cut the crease. I'm going to use a wipe to just clean up that space that I cut with the concealer. So I just use the concealer basically to mark out where the cut crease is going to be, and then I'll go in with the white eyeshadow primer so that the shadows that I put on top are true to color and that there's no purple pigment underneath that would peek through. So I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Primer, that's the eyeshadow primer in white, and I'm going to use that on the lid where I've cleaned up with the wipe. When you add the primer to your lid, ensure that it is blended out properly. As I said before, if the base isn't blended, the eyeshadows won't be blended properly. Just ensure that it's blended out. For shimmers, it's a little bit more forgiving, but for matte shades, it's way better for you and easier for you if the base is blended out. Alright, so now that I've got the base blended out, I'm going to go into my BH Ultimate Neutral Shadow Palette, and I'm going to use this shade here, second from this shade here. And because I can't give directions whether on the street or to find which one. It's the third from bottom. It's the third row from the bottom, the second in the row. All right, and I'm going to use that and pack it on to the lid, but on the inner corner. Really? Phone just alarm on me at 6 o'clock in the morning. All right, so I'm gonna apply that shade. It's like a champagne shade, and I'm just gonna pat that on to the inner corner of the lid. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go into my Juvia's Place Zulu palette, and I'm gonna take this color right here, and I'm gonna use my fingers to apply because it applies better with your finger. For closer to the crease area that my fingers can't really reach, I'm just gonna use the brush and pack it on. I'm gonna go back into the Sante palette, and I'm going to take that burgundy color, and I'm just gonna blend it in so that the edges aren't so harsh. It's not bad, but it's just a little bit harsh. So I'm just holding the edge of the brush and lightly just going in with that color. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. All right, so now that we've added in the shadows and we've blended out the edge of the half cut crease, we're gonna get a detailed liner brush and glitter liner. What I'm using is the Clean Color Madly Matte Metallic Lip Gloss, and I'm not sure of the color. It's 1649, that's the number on it. And I'm just going to draw a line right at the edge of the cut crease very carefully. I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. All right guys, so the face is now complete. All right, there are just two small things that I need to do before I'm finished totally, and that's smoke out, well, one thing, and that's smoke out the lower lash line, right? And I'm gonna dip into the black, tap off the excess, and then I'm gonna very carefully, because my eyes are very runny, the least little thing touch them, boom, them start run, them on both in a competition. So I'm just gonna stamp it on If you notice, I'm just gonna take my time and stamp it onto the lower lash line. After that, I'm gonna go in with that same burgundy color that I used on the top. That same rosish burgundy color, I don't know what to call it honestly. And then I'm going to blend out the black. The next thing I'm going to do is just use a gold shade, and I'm using Dahlia from the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette, and I'm just going to use that as an inner corner highlight. Alright guys, so that is the completed look. I was going for burgundy and it turned out purple, but I still like it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and click the like button. And if you're watching and you've not yet subscribed, wait upon, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And while you're at it, click the notification bell so that you never miss an upload from me. I'm Kerry, and until next time, stay classy.